Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to work with the modules. If you will go to the setup on the right side, and then you will click on the modules and fields, you will see all the modules that you have in the system. So everything that you will have on the top, you will also have it here. Some modules will have some options, and some modules will have less options or more options, depending on what the module is all about. We are going to talk now in general about them, and later on we are going to dive into the specifics of each module. So right now we are going with the leads module. I will click on it, and also I will click on the layout. Please note that you can create multiple layouts, but I don't recommend you to create different layouts, because once you have multiple layouts, it's more difficult to manage them. There are ways that you can have one layout behaving like multiple layouts, and the layout is what you see, basically how the fields are arranged on the screen. I will have in the description a link to a YouTube video that shows you basically how to trick the system and to have multiple views on one layout. And let's click on standard. And now you can see that you have here the section and fields, section and fields, section and fields, and so on. You can take fields from one place and you can move them around as you like. You can also take a field and you can move it to different sections. You can also go down and you can push them to different areas. Up to you. Whenever you're done, you can click on save and those fields will be saved. On the left side, you can have all the available fields in your system, which you can drag and drop any field to the system and you can give it a name. On the bottom, you will have here the custom fields left that can show you a list of all the fields that you have in the system or in the module. It will be 300 per module for the Enterprise Edition, and if you will have the Ultimate Edition, it will be 500. Okay, and you can talk to us if you want to change from one edition to another. We can also talk to you about the pricing, why it makes sense, if not, and so on. So we can help you with the licensing part as a Zoho partner. You will have here, for example, 200, that's the max limit, 200 fields that are single line, pick list, and so on, and you used only 25. In this case, you will have, let's say, formula fields, you have 20 and you used 1. So this here you can see basically what are your limitations and how much you're using. If you will take a field, you can drag it into the screen and then it will show it. You can have everything under one line or 2 lines. This is basically the maximum that you can do with the way that it looks like. Single line will be text, anything that is textual, but only one line. Multi-line will be multi-line. Basically, you can write some kind of a blurb, something that is bigger than one line. An email, you will be shocked, it's an email. Phone number will be a phone number. Pick list will be a selection. You will have multiple values and you can select one of multiple values. Multi-select will be the ability to select from multiple values. And date will be a date, and date time will be date and time. So let's create here something, we'll call it temp, and let's drag and drop all the fields so I can show you how they look like. Now, the idea that you want to have the correct fields, for example, you will have a phone number field or you will have an email field, is because few things. One, the system can validate that if you entered a value, it can validate that the value that you entered is actually a value that the system can work with, which means it's a real email. Versus sometimes you entering a number, the system can validate it's a number and not text. So this is one. The other one, there are also integrations. For example, if you have an email, it can be integrated with the mail system. If it's a number, it can integrate a phone number, it can integrate with the phone system. So it's very, very nice. So let's have a check mark. Let's have the URL, a lookup field. So let's click on save. Now, if I will go to any lead, you can see in the temp that will be basically one line of text. The multi-line can have multi-lines of text. An email can be only email. So if I try to save that, the system will say, nah, not gonna work. It must be some kind of an email format. If I have a real number, then I can also call this person. So that's important. And if you need help with phone system, let me know, because there are different options. A pick list will be selecting one option. A multi-select will allow me to select multiple options. Number will need to have a number. Currency will also need to have a number, and that will be a dollar value. Percentage will be also a number, and that's a percentage. A check mark, you can only check or uncheck. A lookup will select value from a different module. In this case, this lookup is searching for a lead from the lead system. But you can have this lookup to any other module in Zoho CRM. So if I will search for this guy, for example, now if I hover it, you can see its details. An auto number, it's a field that it's automatically being updated. Decimal will be with a number. So if I will go to decimal, the decimal can be some kind of a decimal value. Okay? Long integer will be a big number, and the URL will be some kind of a URL that you enter. Okay, so those will be the different options. This is decimal, I think it says 2. Yep. So I can have only, after the dot, I can have only 2. Now, one more option to go to edit the view. You click on edit here, and then on the left, you click on edit page layout. And then it takes you directly to the same page. Okay, so this is another option that you can see. You can go to edit the layout without going to the setup and so on. Okay, so in this lesson, we learned how to work with the different fields. Whenever you have a new system, there are some fields that you probably want to remove. So you will have here the fax number, the Skype, all the stuff that you don't really need. So I recommend you to, first of all, after this lesson, to go back to your system, remove everything that you don't need, and now you stay with a lean and nice system with fields that you need. If you will have too many fields that you're not using, you won't be happy with your system, you won't use it, and for sure your employees will not use it. So it's important to have a system that is lean, clean, and mean. I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you for watching the lesson. If you'd like to know more about us, we are Amazing Business Results. We are a Zoho Premium partner and we offer a few services. One service will be custom Zoho development. That means that you're coming with your own business problems and we'll find the right Zoho solutions for your needs. We also develop extensions. Those extensions will be applications that we created that are plug and play to your Zoho system, and each one of those extensions will solve a specific business problems for your needs. We are also a Ring Central reseller, which means we can sell you the Ring Central system, which is a phone and text message system, and because you're buying it from us, we'll give you the license to use our extensions for free for 1 year.